Hello, and welcome to my quick video on using what I call the Print Current Page Snapshot. This is one of my absolute favorite features inside of ScenariosX. My name is Chad Blythe. I'm founder and CEO of Plan Tech Hub, and we make a software called ScenariosX, which I am the main designer of. Again, this is one of my favorite features. I think it's one that actually, once advisors kind of discover it, they use it much more than they think they're going to use it when they first learn about it. Well, let's go ahead and go into it. And what I'm going to do is log into the system just like I normally do in these videos. I'll click on login. I'll go ahead and choose what account I want to go into, put in my fingerprint, which is my pass key. And this allows me to very safely and securely log into the system very quickly. Let's go into what I would call my most patriotic clients, George and Martha Washington. So we're going to go into their profile. And this automatically takes me to a page that we call the profile. It's the very, very first beginning part of the building of the plan process. This is their current plan or what they're currently doing for themselves. So this is where we're putting in their current information, such as their current goals, investments, debts, income, expenses, so forth and so on. So what I want to do is kind of just focus on this top right icon over here called Print Current Page. And just so you know, when I click on this, it's going to go ahead and print. It would go ahead and show my screen here. So I'll just show you what that looks like real quick, but we're going to take that off. And as you can see, it's using the power of the browser, and it's go ahead and it's pulling up and creating a PDF of the page as it is set right now. But let's go ahead and change that a little bit. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to go ahead and take myself off, take eye candy off of the screen here, take myself off. And then I'm also going to expand some of these views. So I want this to be fill out more of the page, very simply done. And I can just simply click on the different sections here, and also kind of makes it a little bit more even looking. And let's go ahead and redo this page over again. So I click on that icon. It's using, again, the power of the browser and creating a PDF of this page. Now, where we generally see this used is someone creating kind of a front and back. So obviously, you advisors are kind of transitioning from creating these big hunking reports that have very little value to the client. They generally go into the trash the second they leave the office. This, however, is a way for presenting a plan to the client to kind of have a one-pager, and especially if you're using Adobe Acrobat or if you have any type of PDF generator, you can create this first page PDF and then create another one of your suggestions. So this is their current plan, just like most financial planning softwares are their current plan plus what you can do for them, your suggestions. That's what we're doing here. What makes this such a fun feature is that you have a lot of control over what is done here. So as you can see, putting everything here into this page, I can choose landscape, I can choose portrait if I want to. No need to choose portrait in this particular case, but we have landscape. I can make it black and white or color if I want to. What I think is probably one of the neatest features is that you are not held to how much can be fit onto the page. So you'll notice I have a disclosure down here going to the second page, which is very common when you're printing out reports. You don't have to have this here. What we can do is just go ahead and make it just a tad bit smaller so that the disclosure fits on the exact page. So now we have it down to one page. Again, this is just simply using the power of the browser. And you can change the scale however you want, change the margins, so forth and so on. So again, you have a lot of power to do what you want to do here on this particular page. Again, what is very typical is that they'll print this as being the current plan on one page and the other side of it being the suggested actions or what you suggest for them. And it's a nice one pager to use when a client comes into your office and you're first kind of presenting a plan, gives them a page at which they can kind of write down some notes, allows them to reference the current information as you're talking about your suggestions and vice versa. It makes it very, very simple to kind of provide them a handout, provide them something physical without it being a 100-page report, again, which is static and kind of beyond useless. Kind of by the time they walk out of the office, much has changed and kind of forcing you to redo it over again. And this is one way that you can give them that physical piece of paper, but keeping it to one piece of paper or two pieces of paper and not being a big hunking report. So again, this is the snapshot or the Print Current Page Snapshot. Again, one of my favorite features inside the system. Again, you have a lot of control, whether you want to change the layout, whether you want to change the paper size. Again, we're using a letter. We could change it to legal. Whatever it is that you have the ability to print, you have the ability to change it however you want it, because you're just simply using the power of the browser, which is then creating that PDF. So again, thanks for joining me here today. Again, this is one of my favorite features. So if you have any questions on it, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email in support. We'd be more than happy to go into more detail of it. Definitely check out some more of our videos on our YouTube channel. And we hope you have an opportunity to check out a free trial of ScenariosX. And we hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.